Ray Dalio and his hedge fund, the biggest hedge fund in the world, $150 billion of assets under management, just about to invest into crypto. Absolutely huge. How does the derivatives market affect Bitcoin? There's been a bit of a discussion recently around on-chain analytics. Does that not work anymore with the derivatives continuing to explode? Bloomberg's awful take, in my opinion, on ways to avoid inflation if you're earning under $300,000, which is basically all of us. I'm going to talk on that, as well as our early stage crypto opportunities portfolio here at Collective Shift is up 77% against Bitcoin and ETH pair, and up over 40% against USD in the last 6 months in a bear market. Super stoked to showcase to you the results. Well done to all of our members that have got involved in that. All that and more in our daily crypto show. G'day, my name is Ben, the founder of Collective Shift, and I help you, the busy entrepreneur, professional, investor, stay across the crypto markets within 8 to 10 minutes. I do my best to do it all in 8 to 10 minutes, the most important stuff, so you can get in front of the market. If you want more research and analysis, as well as all of our experts, investments, our portfolio, strategies, buy and sells, alerts, community, all that, you can sign up for a 14-day free trial over at collectiveshift.io. Apart from that, if you like these videos, please like and subscribe. Let's get into it. First of all, Ray Dalio has announced in their Bridgewater Associates fund, the biggest hedge fund in the world, that they will start to look into crypto soon. So after the announcement of this, Bitcoin rose 3.3% to a bit over $42,500. And yeah, they're going to start with Bitcoin. So the hedge fund is one of several financial institutions that are adding Bitcoin to their investment portfolios, which is really huge news. Ray Dalio announced back in May 2021, he's also a bit of a Bitcoin bull, and was the first signal that the world's largest hedge fund was planning to put its own money into derivatives backed by Bitcoin. So really exciting news there. And you're probably asking, who on earth is Ray Dalio? Well, he's basically the fund manager out of the US of Bridgewater Associates, the biggest fund in the world, over $150 billion in assets under management. He's number 36 on the, I think this is the most wealth in the world list, $22 billion. Really smart fella, manages over $154 billion as we spoke about. And really smart fella. And number 36 on the Forbes 400 list. So really exciting news. I think this is going to follow suit for more hedge funds to get their clients into Bitcoin and other crypto assets. But again, Bitcoin continues to, take on a tear a bit. And he mentioned, last year, that Bitcoin is like the next generation's digital gold, and it is the blue chip of all crypto assets, and it's a well-established alternative to fiat money, he said. So off the back of that news, Bitcoin, as I said, is back over 42,000 and looking pretty bullish by everything that's going on right now. So really excited about that. There's been a little bit of talk as well around the derivatives market and what is happening there. And does the derivatives what are derivatives? It's basically the trading that happens, the futures markets, the options markets that happen on Bitcoin. Does it change the dynamics and market structure of Bitcoin? And can you use on-chain analytics anymore because of the derivatives? And our lead on-chain analyst, Checkmate, spoke about this today. And he says, I see a lot of folks who claim on-chain analytics don't work now because of the derivatives market. I also see loads of confusion where people think derivatives have destroyed Bitcoin. Now, his general thoughts are that derivatives are inevitable, so get used to it. Institutions require derivative markets like options and futures to hedge their risk. No derivatives, no big capital entering the asset. Second point, derivatives do not kill Bitcoin. They just make the analysis of it more dynamic. There's no one blueprint to be able to read Bitcoin, and we don't have a crystal ball here on the channel. But what we can do is we can use different analytics tools like on-chain analytics, technicals, fundamentals, macro to build a thesis and a hypothesis on our strategies. So as long as Bitcoin can be withdrawn and sent between place to place, it is far more resistant to such events, and hence, the market continues as it does. Derivatives in Bitcoin are far more transparent and safer than TradeFi. So next time your skeptical uncle tells you Bitcoin is manipulated Ponzi scheme, just explain that Bitcoin markets deleverage. They are fully settled and paid for within the hour. When TradeFi deleverages, they need to shut down exchanges, halt trading, and it takes months to clear who owes who and who is not insolvent. So Bitcoin, as we know, is built on the blockchain. It's instantly verifiable, it's instantly reconciled, and everyone on the ledger has a copy of those trades. It is the most powerful computer in the world. It's never gone down. It is more powerful than MasterCard. It's more powerful than Visa. It's more powerful than all the banks, and it is stronger and brighter than any of these older technologies. Derivatives definitely make analysis more dynamic. It is also a whole other layer of metrics and market structure to lay over on-chain technical and macro analysis. To me, this is what makes it so fun, but maybe that's just me. Me too, I'm definitely not a technical analysis expert, haven't spent much time in technical analysis at all. For me, I much prefer looking at the fundamentals, the macro, what's going on in the world, looking at the on-chain analytics, I love that, and just generally looking at the product. And for Bitcoin, the product is it's a digital store of wealth, it's a digital currency, it's transparent, it's digitally native, it's all these components that makes Bitcoin what it is the reason that I'm so bullish on it. And in the short term, yes, we might see price volatility, but long term, I am very bullish. Next, let's get into Bloomberg's awful take of inflation tips. Bloomberg Economics tweeted recently, from selling your car to foregoing chemotherapy for your dog, their author has tips on how to beat inflation. And then Bloomberg Opinion also tweeted on the same day, inflation stings most if you earn less than 300K. Here's some tips on how to deal. Take the bus, don't buy in bulk, try lentils instead of meat. Nobody said this was for fun. Now, from someone that has quit school, quit year 12, a high school in Tasmania, college we call it down there, this is one of the reasons why I quit school, because fundamental education of finance, A, is not in schools, and B, is not even in the wider economy for like adults, like normal people reading this sort of stuff. It's absolutely garbage. The take here is to beat inflation is to let your dog die to save money and eat lentils instead of meat. And what about educating yourself on finance? What about educating of investing? What about learning about what money is, how the economy works, what sound money is, what property is, what Bitcoin is, what the stock market is? How about we actually focus on education of finance and money rather than coming up with absolute BS ideas? And Bloomberg, I thought, was a pretty global, well-respected, trusted brand. But man, some of this shit is absolutely mind-boggling that this stuff actually gets sent out and like people actually read this. I just don't understand it at all. Moving forward to our long-term growth portfolio. So this is our here at Collective Shift. We have a long-term growth portfolio, an early stage opportunities portfolio, and an NFT portfolio where we physically invest into the assets and show our members live what we're doing and all the analysis behind it. So we're not just coming out saying we're buying this, we're buying that because this is cool. It's a low cap market cap coin and it's guaranteed to double because we're going to promote it to some of our subscribers. That's not what we're doing at all. We buy and invest into long-term good crypto assets that are not less than 10, 20, 30 mil market caps, and we hold for a long period of time. We do this because we want to show full transparency. We show our Etherscan address, we show exactly why we bought it, and we hold for a minimum time. And our long-term growth portfolio, we launched this back in October. This was on our roadmap for a little while, so we had to launch it in, I guess, the peak of a shorter term top. But against BTC and ETH pair, which we're trying to beat, we are up. We're actually up around 8% against BTC and ETH. So you can see the red line here is our portfolio. And if you were just to hold Bitcoin and ETH over the same period, you'd be down. And this is what we're trying to do over the next 3 or 4 years. So we've got a weighted crypto asset portfolio with all the valuations and analysis behind it. You can sign up and see our investments if you want to check that out and you don't want to do all the research and investments yourself. And we've also got here, I've zoomed in just to, mind you can't see that too well, zoomed in here. Our early stage crypto opportunities is the best performing portfolio we have. It's actually up 44% against USD since September when we launched this, and it's up 73% and 77% against ETH pair. So we've made one really good investment that has gone absolutely gangbusters amidst while DeFi is down, and that is Maple. It's now generated over $1 billion in institutional loans in just under 10 months. We've been super bullish on this. So Maple was an investment we made back in October and has gone absolutely gangbusters, as I mentioned. I actually spoke about this on the channel a few days ago when I think Maple was at around $25. And Maple today, a week later, is at $37. So look at this price. It just continues to go strength after strength. It's an institutional DeFi borrowing market. I'm super passionate and bullish about this project, a fellow Aussie project. And yeah, we hold a large portion of our portfolio in here. If you want to see exactly what we're buying and what we're selling, you can head over to Collective Shift. Well done to all of our members that caught on to this. Congratulations. I know there's been a lot of messages coming our way over the last few weeks on the gain, so well done on that front. Our Ethereum also hits above $3,000 as major crypto fund adds over $110 million in Ethereum to the Lido staking pools. Yeah, just continue to be super bullish on Ethereum. As we know, it's moving from proof of stake soon. Supply shock decreasing. They're burning more Ethereum. I continue to be bullish on Ethereum. And yeah, there's more and more validators staking their 32 ETH. looking to get those additional annual yields. I think the yield is going up to around 10% per annum. They are expecting on Ethereum once it goes to proof of stake. So yeah, really bullish about Ethereum as we move forward. Now, lastly, Grayscale announced they've just launched a new fund, a smart contract, non-ETH focused diversified fund. So these are 7 altcoins that they've picked as their 18th investment product to date. Those investments include Cardano, the biggest holding at 25%, Solana at 25%, Avalanche 17%, Polkadot 17%, Polygon 10%, Algorand 5%, and Stellar 4% as well. So yeah, Grayscale continued to be building more diversified funds as the investor demand for diversified exposure has grown in parallel to the ongoing evolution of the crypto ecosystem. So they continue to build out more of these non-Bitcoin and ETH blue chip funds. That is all from me. As I mentioned, I know I spoke a little bit about collective shift. Sorry if I pushed that too hard, but I just think that there's so many great opportunities in the market right now, and it is impossible. I guarantee it is impossible to do this alone. That's why we've got the expert team to help you get across the market, and it's free. It's absolutely free for 14 days. You can sign up and see all of our investments and all the analysis behind it. You can head over to Collective Shift. Well done to all our members that have got onto our investments recently. If you like these daily shows, please like and subscribe. Otherwise, I'll be back again tomorrow, hopefully with my Bitcoin shirt again, because I'm pretty excited about everything that's going on right now. See you tomorrow. Bye for now.